What's going on, Mike? Trying to fix our front view. It's looking horrible. A little bit better. Not that much. But, oh well. Here's what I can do. I ain't stressing too much about it. I started up the truck and warming up. The alarm came on. There's an alarm on these Kenworths and certain these new trucks when your radiator fluid gets low. I thought I had a leak. I didn't see none, but I think I'm kind of slanted. Filled it up a little bit with water, so we got to keep an eye on that. There you go. Hold on. Okay. It probably look better in the dark. Okay, now when I pull out, I can't turn anywhere. I'm in this really tight spot. If I turn too early, I'm gonna take out both of these trucks on both sides mirrors. So I got to keep going straight until I am out of the danger zone, which happens to be right now. See, all those trucks, the guys right here, they just made their own parking spots. Ain't that crazy? Good morning, how you doing? Welcome in. I apologize if I don't say hello. I am an over-the-road truck driver. As you can see, I am driving. I can barely see that little... barely see what that thing say when I'm not sitting. What the heck? Piece of junk. I forgot what I was saying. But I ran through some stuff yesterday, and
Washington Avenue, and then enter the highway.
It blows me away, these new drivers, and they get the age of TikTok and all this other stuff. Hold on. The age of TikTok and all that social media. They make these new drivers make
now turn left
this
and enter the highway.
Look glamorous. Being an over-the-road truck driver is not glamorous. I'm sorry. It is what's the word? Arduous. I mean, it's a pain in the behind half the time. It's like you're out camping. And the prejudice and bigotry out here on the road is unfreaking believable.
Turn left to join Interstate 75 or Interstate 75.
And you have to, half the time, if you want to make some money, you have to bite your tongue. Half the time, if you want to keep your job, you have to restrain yourself. Half the time, you got to watch what you say before you say it, so you don't go to jail in another state, in a backwoods bayou town. Some of these places where, you know, people pick up, it's actually sundown towns. Where if they see that you're African American, Mexican, Indian, no, and just African American, what I'm saying. Everybody else gets away with it. They will load you lickety split, especially if it's getting later on in the afternoon. They will get and tell you to keep on going. Do not pull over, do not stop, do not pass go. And see, our forefathers are turning over in their grave. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. I mean, all of these, they're turning over in their grave.
Now join the highway.
Because we worry more about the pronouns and the past nouns. Yeah, I said it. Than to worry about the color of someone's skin.
For 74 miles.
I'm gonna call you by your name. I'm gonna call you by your name. Whatever your name is. If your name is Charlotte and you're a dude, I'm gonna call you Charlotte. Yeah, this is for entertainment purposes only. But I'm gonna call you by your name. I'm gonna show you respect, that whatever that you deserve. And you know, I'm not just because I see that you're a different race, a different ethnicity, I'm not gonna treat you any different. If I'm a dick, I'm treating everybody else like a dick, because I'm a dick. I remember years ago, I was working with this one guy. He says, and he went down the line of all the racial words that each race had. I'm not gonna say them. And he said, "But I like you." And it was an old white dude. It was an old white dude. Guys, we can get along, but we gotta want to get along. A lot of folks don't want to get along. I remember not that long ago, but it was a few years back, that I went to the shipper. Because every shipper's different. Everybody's receiving numbers, everybody's pickup numbers are different. But all the people are the same. They get upset when you don't know the number. Hey, fool, I don't know your number, because when I come in, I always say, first time here, what number do you need? And I remember I went to this shipper and I said the same thing. And I wrote it down. Wrong number. Okay, well, you're going to tell me what it start with? No. Wrote another down. Wrong number. Wrong number. Wrong number. Wrong number. I mean, every number that I wrote, wrong number. And I remember there was a soda machine near the receiving window. And I was just standing there, not ready for the veins and the bulges in my head to reach through, break that window, and choke this person out. Again, for entertainment purposes only. And then a shorter, younger Mexican lady said, "Can I help you?" And I used the same numbers that I wrote on the paper, and I just quietly handed it to her and stepped out of the view of that window so that woman could not see me. Yes, she was Caucasian. She looked at the numbers and said, "Door 4. Back in the door 4. And I stepped out of the thing and said, "Thank you." And I walked outside and I called the head guy over our terminal and I said, "Don't you ever send me back to this godforsaken place." And I told her everything. I said, "I did not deserve to be treated like that." And that's my question today. What would you have done? Because this was straight up prejudice. Straight up looking at me, I'm not going to help your black behind. I'm not going to help you Not because you was a smart ass, not because of the, I'm not gonna help you because you're calling your skin, and I'm a high yellow, I'm light skinned. Your skin is slightly darker than mine. I'm not gonna help you. I don't care. And I called it, I went ballistic. I told him I did not deserve that. I was at utmost respect. I did not deserve to be treated like that. And my question in the chat is, what would you have done? What would you have done if someone looks at you just because of the color of your skin? What would you have done? There's an attack on everybody now. Even the fellow Caucasians are saying they effing around and finding out. That's the funny part. There's an attack on everybody now. I'm not even gonna go on that run today, but what would you have done, and could you have contained yourself? Could you have been quiet? Could you have said, well, can I speak to the supervisor? What would you have done? I remember one, I went to the gate. A lot of these places, the security guard, because they're security guard, they think that they are the last word and everything. I remember I come to one place and he says, blah blah number. I said, sir, what number are you looking for? I mean, went ballistic. I backed out, turned around, parked across the street, and asked. I said, look, I need to know what the receiver. I called my people what the receiver number is, and I came back and gave him the number. I said, man, you got a serious problem. I came over here and spoke to you in a polite manner. You went off. You need help. Go get some help, man. You don't need to be doing this. And I pulled off without him even saying nothing. You got a lot of, and people don't realize, I'm only allowed to drive, once my clock starts, I'm only allowed to stay to drive for 11 hours. I'm only allowed to be working for 14. I don't get paid overtime. I don't get none of that. I don't get any of that. Good morning, everybody. I don't get paid. No, I don't get any of that. But I'm only allowed a certain amount of hours. So I'm on the clock. Doesn't matter, but I'm on the clock. People don't realize that, but I'm on the clock. Then after that, I cannot drive after my clock runs out. No matter what. There's been a few times I had to do it anyway. I get yelled at, I could get written up, I could get whatever. It's just how it is. But I try to live my life with a little grain of sand. You guys know my peace is important because you can't be upset driving this big behemoth. It ain't gonna turn out right. It ain't gonna end well. It's not gonna end well, guys. People don't get that. Yesterday, I picked up at Amazon. I picked it. I'm going. it's some kind of return. It's, you know, when people return stuff to Amazon, Amazon sells that to the discounter or whatever. I don't know how they do it. But that's what I was picking up. And any way I explain this, I'm going to sound bigoted. Any way I explain this, I'm going to sound like I'm high on the whole. No, and that's just not true. But a lot of these companies, they farm out certain things that they don't want to pay Americans. A lot of Americans don't want to do it. We think we're too good, like customer service or stuff like that. And they farm that out to other countries that can barely understand our accent. I can't understand your accent. And this is what happened. I'm at the gate. I'm talking on a computer screen to someone else, and I said, "What number do you need?" Excuse me? What number do you need? And I'm going, "Oh God!" And I just looked at the first number I seen, and he told me to go park and spot 173 and wait for a call. Well, an hour and a half later, I'm still sitting there, nobody came. Luckily, I do the right thing. And what I'm saying, there was a guy backing in to a spot, dead center in front of me, but he couldn't swing because I'm hooked up to my trailer. He would have hit me. So I went out and told him, "Hey, bro, give me a second. Let me unhook from my trailer so you can swing around and get your trailer." Because right before that, the yard dog, which is the guy who moves trailers around, was trying to get in a spot in front of me to the left. And he couldn't because he was going to swing and hit me. So he spun around. I pull out and back up to let both guys get their trailers in. Then one guy leaves and the yard dog goes about his business. So people are coming around. I'm asking, blah, 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 please. I need some help. I've been sitting here for an hour and a half. Oh, we'll check in and we'll get back to you. Okay, no problem. Please, I said, please, I'm being respectful. After that, at hour number 2, now my clock is still running. I have enough time to make it to Atlanta and go home for the night. My clock is still running. So the guy calls, heavy accent. He's either Puerto Rican, because I'm in Orlando, or Cuban. I wanted to know when I was going to get there. When I'm going to get here, sir, I've been sitting in the parking lot for 2 hours. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on, let me call you back. Calls me back. He says, go to door, back in the door 130. Now, guys, they don't explain. They just said back in the door 130. What they should have said, back in the door 130, unhook, pull at least 3 feet in front of the truck and sit there. And when the light turns from green, it'll turn to red, and then when it turns back to green, do not hook back up. Meet me in the driver's lounge. I will have you sign the paperwork, and that'll be done. Nobody said none of that. But since I'm a million-mile driver, I have a little bit of common freaking sense. I'm going over the door 130. I'm coming around, and I noticed that all the trucks are unhooked, and they're not even 5 feet in front of it. They're over in the corner. So I go to one of the yard dogs and say, excuse me, sir. When I'm supposed to go in the door 130, I was told to go in the door 130. After I go to the door 130, do I unhook for my truck? Oh, no, you don't go to the door 130. And you could tell the accent was heavy. You don't go to door 130, go to receiving at door 22 and ask them. So he didn't know what the hell is going on. So I go to receiving, I call him, and they got this CB, and you got to call over the CB. And the guy comes. And I'm explaining, I was told to go to door 130. And I asked the guy to unhook, and the guy told me, do not go to door 130. Come in here and ask you, where do I go? He says, who told you to come here? The yard dog. Who told you to come here? Sir, the yard dog. Who told you to come here? Sir, the yard dog. The guy that's moving the trailers around. Who told you to come here? I said, God, look, let's start over. Please help me. I can give you a receiver number. Who told you to come here? Looking down on me. Who told you? And I said, I'm looking like, is this really happening? Is this really happening? Because this happens. A lot of places, they turn into butt heads when you're not speaking Spanish. And see, I'm not a redneck. I don't care your ethnicity, but I don't like to be treated like that. I don't like to be treated. It was not right. What would you have done? And I finally said, look, enough's enough. Can I speak to the supervisor? Because you're not even helping. You're being disrespectful. What? I told you, I'm in receiving. No, I'm in shipping, and I'm telling you, I'll give you a number where I go. You're being disrespectful. And he goes marching off, never came back. So I said, I went over, I called my dispatcher. I said, look, I'm about to lose my job. And I explained what was going on. I said, calm down. It's not worth it, blah, blah, blah. I'll send out an email, because that's how they do. They don't call nobody. I'll send out an email. So I'm going to park. I see the guy that I let, the other yard that I let come in, you know, that moved out of the way so he could park early. I said, sir, please, for the love of God, can you help me? And I said, I'm here to pick up, you see me over there, I'm sitting there for 2 hours, please help me. I said, I'm about to start crying, this is ridiculous. Please help me. The guy goes, okay, what do you need? I said, I think I'm picking up either something recyclable or returns or something. Oh, I know what you get. Come with me to door 22. And that's when the guy originally called for door 130, said, you know, where you at? And I said, hey, I'm trying to explain what's going on. And I gave my phone to the yard dog, and the guy was explaining it to him. Oh, okay. And he said, come to door 130, go to door 130. I go to door 130. The yard dog's following me, and he explains everything. And I know either this guy's Cuban or Puerto Rican, and he explains that. Thank you. And I'm specifying the ethnicity, because a lot of time when you do not speak their language, which is not mine, you get treated like crap. Then you wonder why, whether if a redneck or a country bumpkin or a Trumper, you're just giving fodder to the flame, to the fire, and then you wonder why you go home. Well, a lot of Cubans are American. Puerto Ricans are American. Then you wonder why people are you're doing that, and you're adding gasoline to the fire to start an explosion. And I was going to 0 to 100. I looked at my eyes, they were bloodshot red. I'm ready to go the heck off. And I'm explaining, these people looking down on me. It's the same thing. What would you do? I've been in a Mexican supermarket, clean, immaculate place. I love going there. I go there for there's a certain taco that I get. But I learned, don't open your mouth. If you ain't speaking Spanish, don't open your mouth. Their attitudes change so quick, As soon as you say sorry, I don't understand. And see, we always everybody think it's black and white, but there's other forms of prejudice, bigotry. It's crazy, and I see it out here so much. It's ridiculous. And I learned when somebody starts speaking to me in Spanish, I nod my head. I literally nod my head with a smile. Yep. Don't know what the heck you're saying. Yep. I'm not saying go back to your country. No, I'm saying I know what you're saying. I don't want no smoke. I'm just nodding my head. I'm not saying nothing derogatory. I'm not saying learn the language. You know what? Most people that are speaking to you in Spanish speak perfect freaking English. Most people that speak to you in Spanish. How do I know? I used to work for the cable company years ago. And once a month, we always had to go collect. If you didn't pay the cable bill, you had to go collect and say you need to pay this right now, or it would cut you off. And it happened all the time. And I used to have to use sign language. You don't pay, and I pull out a cable. You don't pay that bill. No more copper. No cable. No nothing. Because they would always go, no hablo. Oh, okay. And then I said, if you don't pay the freaking cable bill, and then they start moving real quick. Oh, you understood what I said. I thought you know hablo, eh? Half the time I'd cut their cable off and drive off. I wouldn't even screw it in right. I just cut the cable and leave. No. Now you gotta go pay to get turned off. Because you're trying to play me. You're trying to use the fact that you speak certain languages more than one, and you know I don't understand. That's not right. What would you have done? Out here on the road, all of these truck stops, it's like a prerequisite that in the truckers lounge, everything's on Fox News. Everything. What would you do? What would you do? What would you do? And, you know, and I'm just that kind of person. I just want to be left alone. Do you see what I'm doing? I want to just drive. I'm respectful when I come to a place. I just want to do my job and be left alone. I'm not part of this political whatever. I just want to do my job. I want to mow my lawn. I want to act goofy on YouTube. I want to tell you, welcome in. What would you do? I used to get it from other darker skin. You remember in school and in the military. I mean, my whole life, I get it more from other black people. Oh, you're light skinned. You a house ninja. You think you better than the other? What the hell? I'm light skinned because my mother was light skinned and my father was light skinned. That's why I'm light skinned. I didn't ask for this. You got a lot of people. You got a lot of black folks that'll put that cream on them because they want to be lighter. I'll be honest with you. I've always wanted to be darker. I listen to all kinds of music. y'all know. How would you feel if somebody told you you wasn't black enough? What? I remember my first marriage, my brother-in-law, pasty-faced, short, Caucasian. He had the nerve to say, and I got it through that he was more blacker than me. What? What? Really? What? Even to this day, when I even reminded of that, I would ask, what would you say if a pasty-faced 5'4" Caucasian said that he was blacker than you? What? What would you do? Really? I'm trying to figure it out with it. Until this day, I still trying to figure it out with it. What would you do if you're in, you see these videos. Okay, I got a good one for you. Again. Now, and I wasn't gonna say it, but I do advocate violence. I don't advocate putting my hands on nobody. But if you threaten me and mine, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Have y'all seen that video? And here's my question: what would you do if you was a parent and you had a young child, and your child came to you and said, "This other kid is bullying my child"? You go up to the other kid, and that kid goes, and you go to that kid and you tell that kid, your child is, I think, 4 or 5, and the other kid is 10 or 11 years old, towers over this boy. And you go up there and say, do not talk to my child like that. Do not treat my child like that. And the child this little girl has the balls to say, okay, Poppy, or whatever the heck she said, and then kneels down and bullies the child right in front of you. Parent ain't around. Because if the parent was around, I'm telling you right now, if the parent was around, I'd have reached over and knocked the bejesus out of the mother or the father or whatever, and tell that kid, I'm gonna keep whooping your you keep on bullying me, I'm gonna whoop your parent behind till you and show you how it's done. But you didn't. That child reached down and did that right in front of the father. That father, I think he was from African descent. Don't quote me on it, please. He reached up and I never seen a slap uppercut in my life, and they blocked it out. But he slapped the bejesus out of him. And now she's like, call the cops. I'll be like, yeah, let's call the cops. Better yet, I'll call him for you. Because I'll be honest with you, that child got away with a whole lot less than what I had. I pulled off my belt and I'd have been chasing him. I'd have whooped up behind. Because it seemed like you ain't never got a whooping before. You'd have got a whooping from me. So it would have been more than a felony. It would have been, I'd have whooped her behind. I'd have been in jail for like 15, 20 years. But my child would have known my father, look, my father had my back. I'm not saying, look, I'm not saying it's right, but you, wherever your parents are, y'all didn't teach them nothing. I was afraid of my parents. I didn't say my father moved me. I would say my father would have killed me. I was still afraid of him, and he was in his 80s. And I'm like, look, because he had my guns. Hey, Urban. I see Urban's in there. What would you have done? What would you have done? See, everybody, if y'all ever see that, y'all ever see that video? I don't know if that's real or not. And I think it's in Jamaica, where the lady, there's a lady, the lady's walking up to a dude, and they're doing something on the property. Excuse me, you're not supposed to be doing that. And the guy gets up and he says, you're not in America no more. Get off my property. I'm American. Yeah, you're not in America. And the guy knocks the bejesus out of her and the camera. What would you have done? What would you do? I just watched one this morning. The husband and wife are at the pool hall playing pool. They're at a bar playing pool, and this drunk guy goes up and grabs the guy, his wife's behind. There was no conversation. Husband came through, pushed the wife to the left, and brought that sucker back from New Jersey. Laid him flat. I see what you said. The crowd was laughing. Yes. We're in this age of these children saying, if you lay your hand on me, I'm calling DCYS or whatever. I'm calling child protective. You call child protective, I'm kicking your AZZ. I'm whooping. You better hope you're still breathing by the time they get here. Then you getting out of my house. What would you do? There's a video where the father is talking to his daughter. She's like 14 years old. He says, all I ask you is to go to school. I should stay away from that boy. And you don't want to listen. And he's going down the list of all the stuff she's done. You got to get up. I don't care where you're going. You got to get out of my house. I'll call your mother. I don't want to go. She does this. No, you got to get out of my house. What would you do? See, we're all in it. Look, guys, I act like I'm this rough and tough. No, look, at 57, I'm still figuring out that I'm nothing but a hurt, grown up with a hurt, childlike spirit in me. I talk a lot of mess, but I don't want to be messed with. I want to be left alone because I have a switch that I keep holding. I keep it off. Please don't make me flip this switch. Leave me alone. Leave me and mine alone. But we're at this age of that people want to do this, and that, you have no respect. You have no respect for people's property. You have no respect for people's dignity. With these children nowadays, they're killing themselves because they're being bullied. Nope. I was bullied by my older brothers and sisters for my whole life. So you think I'm gonna take some crap from you? No. I might hit you with a garbage can. And then tell you why I hit you with the garbage can. And I don't advocate violence, but a lot of times we just want to be left alone. A lot of, you know, and see, this all intertwines what I'm saying. Because, you know, earlier this week, we were talking about finding ways to vent your frustration. Getting out in that garden and digging up them weeds. That pulling weeds and watching a plant grow. You know, it don't move nowhere, but you watering it, you're looking at that plant, and that is relieving the frustration of the world. That is relieving the frustration of the son of a biscuit eater that spoke to me like that at work. It relieves the frustration of cars like these trucks that pass by, that barely pass my bumper and then jump in front of me and alert the camera, the computer, that's saying that I'm an unsafe driver. I thank God that I cruise more than once a year now. You know, they were asking, my wife was asking, what about the cruise in January? We still going on that motherfucker. I don't care. I ain't got a damn dime. I'm going to figure out how to pay for that too. Because I need these relief valves for this foolishness that I go on out here on the road. I'm dying to get behind my lawnmower. And most of my grass, I got a mixture of northern grass, southern grass. I'm dying to get on my lawnmower. I need a relief valve. I remember, I gotta stop telling everybody business, but he was saying this, and this. And I said, hey man, I already knew what his relief valve is. You need to get you what, that piece of meat. You need to go out and smoke that damn thing. You need to get you a case of beer, a bottle of your favorite stuff, and go out there and smoke and relax. You ain't did it in a while. A good friend knows your relief valve. It's so funny how the Bible says, you know, when they smack you on one cheek, you got to give them the other one. I ain't there yet. You smack me, you're gonna get broadside. But it's telling you, look, there's other ways to do things. I ain't there yet. I'll probably be dead before I get there, but I ain't there yet. You know what I mean? These relief valves is what helps you to stay sane. I was saying it yesterday. You know, Charles was talking to me, and I didn't get to listen to my heavy metal, getting all the frustrations out of things, and I'm mad. And I'm like, and I said, hey man, I literally had to say, hey, I had to listen to my music yet. And he said, hey, go get you. And I had to go listen to my music, and I'm yelling and screaming and getting it all out, and blah, blah, blah. Now I'm good. I'm good for the whole day until later on this afternoon. Those relief valves, you know, I'm not, again, I don't know what I'm talking about. This right here is just to get me waking up, that yelling and screaming, getting some air in my lungs, waking up, starting my day, hopefully that I survive and make it till tomorrow. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a you know, a life coach and all that. Everybody makes up these names when they just tell it, if they just tell it to more people, say, look, I'm not a relationship specialist, but I just screwed up enough. I know when to shut up and I know when to figure it out. My wife the other day hurt my feelings. And it really pissed me off. But like I tell you, in all of the stuff that I said, what keeps me loving her is because I like her. What keeps me coming back is because I like her. I'm not going nowhere because I like her. I don't want to hurt her feelings, but she hurt mine. But I've learned that I'll get over it, and I'll find a way around it to say, hey, you hurt my family. I'll find the right time to say, you hurt my family. And if that's a relationship expert, it's not because I'm an expert, it's because everything else failed. I remember when I first got there, I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna do this, and I'm like, but the words that were spoken to me was, no, don't do that. It ain't gonna work. Why? Because I did it and it didn't work. I'm still paying for it today. Just shut up. Really? A lot of times, shutting up, closing your trap helps a whole lot. It saves a whole lot. It keeps you, being quiet and shutting up, it keeps you sane. Instead of going off. Now, I give you an example. I'm a giver. I enjoy it. But I really enjoy it when someone appreciates when you, because I don't got much. I'm actually in debt. But when I give something, I'm giving it from the heart and I'm charged up about it. We're going on a cruise. My boy, he's my boy. I got him, we laugh, we call them old man hats. I got 3 old man hats for him, 2 for me. And I ordered them a month ago. It's dang near on day 30. I thought it was a U.S. company, turned out it's from China. Goes back to the conversation, what would you have done? That's why when I order stuff, I use a credit card. I'm like, okay, you got till the end of, I'm gonna give it to you end of March. Then after that, I'm going to the credit card company and I'm disputing this. Because I ain't got my stuff. Well, the wife bought me another hat. I don't know why I like these distressed hats. Bought me another hat. Hers showed up yesterday. And I'm like, wait a minute. You ordered that from the same company 2 weeks before me. And yours showed up yesterday. I'm watching my hats that I ordered. And I got Charles some for his birthday. His birthday and Christmas. I do, I like it because I know he appreciates stuff I give him. And I appreciate the stuff he gives me because we're buddies. I ain't had a buddy that I could give something to that actually appreciates it. And I think about what I'm looking for. I think about, because he got me good. He bought me the Ethiopian bottle, and I've been fuming on. It's not fuming like mad, but it's like laughing. I've been fuming. I gotta get it back. I gotta get it. But I can't go crazy. I ain't got that much money, but I gotta find something, and I found it. Hopefully, it should show up either today or tomorrow. So, because I want. I'm thinking about I forgot what they call them. When you dress up real cool and you walk in, they call them because we both got the gray. They call them the silver something. I I want that look. I'm gonna take two of my hats and I'm going to the men's store and say I want an outfit to match this hat. But that goes back to the question: what would you have done? Would you have waited or be frustrated? I'm hoping because it's China. I thought it was an American company that these things will fit my head. If not, it's just gonna be a decoration on the wall. But I'm hoping these things fit. I'm hoping they fit. I would ask the question, what would you do? But I know what I do. I got a portable toilet now. Because see, there's been a few times, and we used to have we used to have a part in the morning live called Stinky Booty Confessions. But I was gonna ask, what would you do? You if you was in this truck, and you had to do number 2 and couldn't hold it. Well, I got a portable bath. But I remember I was training this one guy, and we didn't have no portable bathroom. He made me pull over to the overpass, the on ramp. And this is a country dude. He jumped out, took my paper towels, and popped the squat. He went there and popped the squat on the side of the road. The cars coming could see him, popped the squat, dropped that load, and kept on going. Yeah. What would you do? I got another one for you. I was on this. I was in Arizona. I think it was Arizona. That's where the Grand Canyon is, right? Somewhere in Arizona. and I didn't want to wake up with my back door. I didn't put the lock on the back door. I didn't want to wake up with the. I jumped out so quick, ran to the back, and locked the door. But I'm on the side of the road, somewhere on this dark, twisty turn road, and it was spooky. And I was scared. I have a butcher knife, no, a French knife. It's a French knife. I said, I'm gonna stab him. If the chupacabra come in this truck, I'm gonna stab that mom. I'm gonna get him. What would you do? It turns out when I woke up, I was sitting on the I think it's the western or the eastern rim of the Grand Canyon. You can actually see it. I got pictures of it. But I remember I was in Colorado. I was parked at the top of a mountain pass, and I heard something howl. I had never seen some bears, but I've seen a moose. I've never seen a bear, but I've seen a moose. And I think I'm believing that day. I've never seen a bear, but I see some moose. Woo! Boy. I'm trying guys, all I'm saying is if I give any advice, man, just take a deep breath, because people don't care no more. They don't care no more. You got babies having babies, children having children. Grandmothers are, they ain't even in their 60s. You got grandmothers in their 40s. That's sad. That's sad. All right. I was just frustrated from yesterday, and I don't want to sound bigoted. I don't want to sound, ignorant or whatever. And I probably was sounding all of that and some. But I just want to do my job and just want to be left alone. It's just that simple. I just want to do my job and I just want to be left alone. And I want to say, hey, look, watch me cut this long. Like Jeff's lawn care, my man. I'm not going to even, I know how much he paid. He had 3 different sides. I think it was he had 3 different stand-on mowers. John Deere's. I'm like, oh boy, your business doing good. You got 3 of them suckers. They were looking good too. I want one. Oh wow. I'm flapping all the way. I've been flapping off the guns at 22 miles from 475. That's awesome. Hey, I started, y'all be proud of me. I had a little bowl of shredded lettuce this morning and 1 marinated pork chop. And boy, that was a delicious burger. I got half of another pork chop left. I'm gonna be munching on that. And I've been taking this. I forgot what they call it. It's like a booster for men, and it's. I'm not getting up as much as I did before. I'll say that. It ain't drastic, but if it changes any, if it gets even better than this, I'm already gonna buy some more of it. See, these vitamins and all this stuff that they be telling you about, prostate and stuff like that, they act like you're gonna be 20 years old. No, you ain't gonna be 20, but it's doing its job. It's making me feel better. So now I'm taking at least 10 different vitamins and whatever in the morning, and it's helping. And it's helping. It's helping me not, I'm hoping that I can stop getting these monster drinks and stuff like that. That's the main thing. That's the thing. What would you do if you knew this is what you're used to doing to stay awake? If what you're used to doing to stay awake is drinking 2 monster drinks and a big old cup of coffee, and people are telling you monster drinks are not good for you, what would you do? Well, I'm trying to get all of the ingredients minus the bad stuff that's in these monsters and take that and see if that helps make me feel better. And that's what I'm doing now. All the B vitamins, vitamin C, all of that stuff. And I'm hoping that it's going to make me feel, wake me up. Because that, you take mega doses of that plus caffeine, and then you got a monster drink. I'm not taking all ascorbic acids and all of that other additives. So I'm trying to see if it's going to help me, or what. Just looking and seeing that it was an energy drink, is that triggering my brain to wake up? Because if that's the case, I don't want don't want to take it no more. And I'm noticing that I'm seeing a difference. I'm seeing a difference. Alright guys, I done burnt myself out and got it all out. I'm gonna get over here and listen to my crazy heavy metal music and get my head right for the rest of this day. Because I dropped this off north of the yard and then go back south, pick up the next load and head to the Carolinas. I'm only gonna do 8 hours today because I need to, save up my hours because I got one day I don't get nothing back. I'm driving on what they call recaps. I'm on my recaps right now, and we just being a trucker behind trucker. But guys, I just want to thank you for coming in and letting me vent. Thank you for being here to let me stay awake. Thank you for helping me out. Coming up next, Wellness with Frugal Mama at 7 o'clock. And at 9 o'clock, Cruising is Fun. Anytime, check them out. Check out Mike's Chaotic Gardening Yard. Good folks. Boy, if you ever want a moderator, get Mike Chaotic Gardening. Mike don't be playing. He be like, hey, stupid. Get off the channel. But other than that, y'all have a blessed day. And as always, you don't think nobody loves you. Know that I love you. God loves you too. I will catch you guys later. Hey, and Urban, I don't know if you're coming on tomorrow, but look out for Urban. He does weekend morning talk show. And you might actually learn something about growing fruits and vegetables, and up to date on normal worldly things. All right, guys. As always, you don't think nobody loves you. No, I love you, and God loves you. Y'all be blessed. Don't be stressed. Deuces.